It's yet another embarrassment for the left Lutyens lobby, which has not missed a single opportunity, ladies and gentlemen, to malign Modi government, whether in India or abroad. This time, their agenda failed to take off in front of Joe Biden's trusted Lieutenant and US Secretary of State Antony Blinken. Blinken's India visit started with a meeting with Indian civil society leaders. This group consisted of vocal Modi critics such as lawyer Menaka Guruswamy, who has taken on the Modi government for love jihad, religious and press freedom issues. And sources say that today too they tried to pounce on these issues during a meeting with the Secretary of State from the US by raising the same issues like CAA, minority rights, farmer protests and much more. Every country has its own challenges and resolving issues is an evolving process. This was the message from Antony Blinken coming to all those who attended this meeting. Rallying behind the Modi government, Blinken clearly stated that India's achievements include free media and independent courts. He asserted that India has the largest expression of free political will by citizens anywhere in the world when elections are conducted. Listen in to Antony Blinken.
And sometimes we're at moments when the challenge is painful. It can even be ugly. But as democracies, we deal with it openly. And ultimately, I think we have in our democracies self-righting mechanisms that are made up of free citizens of different backgrounds, different faiths, a free media, independent courts, powered by a system of free and fair elections. Humbly, we can learn from each other because no democracy, regardless of how large or how old, has it all figured out.
But there is a lobby in India that's finding it hard to digest that the US has given a thumbs up to the Modi government. The same people who hail US for throwing out right-wing government of Donald Trump and bringing in Joe Biden is now asking if the US Secretary of State is blind to the ground situation. Listen in to John Dayal and Majid Memon of the NCP.
Which country did Mr. Blinken visit? Has he not read what the Supreme Court judges have said? Has he not read the reports of various agencies of his own country? Has he not seen the protests held not only in India, but in many capitals of the world, including Washington, where the situation of freedom of expression, the situation of religious minorities were taken up?
It is heartening to find that US Secretary of State was anxious to have interaction with civil society and know the situation in India, prevailing situation in India. If he had interacted with civil society independent of the government, probably he would have been better off in gathering the whole truth about what is happening in India.
And that, ladies and gentlemen, brings me to the legitimate question on the News Hour tonight. Has the anti-Namo propaganda fallen flat? That's the question. And the debate. US snubs Lutyens lobby. That's the hashtag and the debate on the other side.
You're watching the News Hour at 9. Debate number 2 on Times Now. Super Prime Time.
And joining the debate with Gaurav Bhatia, Shehzad Poonawalla, Tehseen Poonawalla is Ashutosh. And Ashutosh, I want to ask you, why would people from civil society, especially those who are opposed to Narendra Modi, use the forum of a meeting with the US Secretary of State to complain about India? Don't you think there are enough democratic processes and institutions available within India for them to have to raise this in front of the US Secretary of State and then be snubbed by him?
Navika, frankly speaking, I have no idea about who is this Lutyens left lobby or a Khan Market gang, the Tukade gang. I'm really aghast. I really do not know about it. No, I'm really very innocent.
बहुत innocent है, मैं जानती हूँ.
I'm very innocent. So I do not know what they think, what they believe, what they do with it. This is none of my business, because I believe India as a integral unity not divided into the different parts, because that's basically anti-democratic stance. If somebody is criticizing the government, it is clubbed as a tukade gang, or as our Prime Minister loves to call them, Khan Market gang. I don't want to call the Prime Minister being anti-democratic, but that statement itself is an anti-democratic statement. I think the criticism has to be taken in a lot of seriousness. I want to remind my friend, Mr. Gaurav Bhatia, long back with Atal Bihari Vajpayee has criticized Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru and calling him Mr. Chamberlain and Churchill both. And when in the corridor, Mr. Pandit Nehru, when he met Atal Bihari Vajpayee, he told them, "Kya bhashan diya aaj aapne, to maza aa gaya." No, that's the spirit. But today, if people are giving tags, people are giving branding, you belong to this camp, you belong to that camp. I think that the fundamental issue today is that whether Indo-US relationship is going on a high note.
आशुतोष जी, वो जमाना सचमुच और था, वो जमाना सचमुच और था। तब लोग बात करते थे एक दूसरे से, पार्लियामेंट के कॉरिडोर्स में मिलते थे। अब तो सब अपने आईटी सेल के थ्रू ट्रोल करते हैं, वो तो किसी को भी नहीं छोड़ते। All political parties have their own troll armies, Ashutosh ji. But Gaurav Bhatia, important point being raised by Ashutosh there. वो भी एक दौर था, ये भी एक दौर है। क्या बदल गया है कि हम एक दूसरे को बर्दाश्त नहीं कर सकते?
नाविका जी, एक समय आएगा कुछ दशकों बाद, लोग चर्चा कर रहे होंगे, कहेंगे वो भी एक दौर था कि नरेंद्र मोदी जी ने बड़ी भावुक होके और गुलाम नबी आजाद को विदाई दी थी, बहुत भारी मन से दी थी और उनके योगदान को सराहा था। सो आशुतोष, इट्स नॉट द स्पिरिट व्हिच इज मिसिंग, बट the hatred towards Modi ji has taken away from the courage to acknowledge that even today there are leaders who respect divergent views and respect leaders of the opposition. But I cannot respect a leader walking up to the Prime Minister and then forcibly hugging him or winking in the house. That would not warrant any respect. Now coming to the main point, Navika, today there is a lobby that works against the robust democracy of our country. They were expecting a lot. They got nothing, because I think the Secretary of the State made it very clear that India, the fundamentals of any free democracy would be free and fair elections. India can say, yes, we have free and fair elections. EVMs are not rigged, as Rahul Gandhi or Congress says. Second, independence of judiciary. Ashutosh ji, I challenge you. Show me one judgment, because judges speak through their judgment, which says that there has been any interference of the executive when it comes to the higher judiciary. And third, the right to criticize. You know, every second day we see the opposition not only criticizing the Prime Minister and the cabinet ministers of the NDA, but also even abusing and using derogatory language. And still they are allowed to do so. Such is the power of our democracy. And I think we need to respect that and live in harmony with our differences.
Tehseen Poonawalla, that is the question I want to ask you. No, 1 minute, 1 minute. I'm running out of time. Let me get in Tehseen. I've been unfair to him in debate number 1. But Tehseen, I want to ask you. I really want to know from you.
No problem.
That we continue to take pot shots at the Prime Minister on a daily basis. You know, there is, forget respect, there isn't even a courtesy accorded to a man who occupies the highest chair of the highest institution in this country. I want to ask you, COVID second wave, yes, we were unprepared, there were problems, nobody can deny it. But I want to ask you, Tehseen Poonawalla, the scale at which it struck, the way there was effort that was made, whether it was oxygen supplies, whether it was medicines, injections, you know, everything was got together and the situation was brought under control in less than 3 weeks, maybe, you know, just above 2 weeks. How many people could have done that? You know, there is something that you will also have to acknowledge, that Mr. Modi got his cabinet together and got working on a war footing in an unforeseen situation of this scale. Number one. Number two, every morning the opposition gets up, abuses the government and the Prime Minister on the vaccination. I want to ask you, does the Congress party have any photocopying machine where vaccines can be just photocopied and supplied to the rest of the country? There are problems in production. We are using our indigenous ones. Tomorrow, if the government were to increase that supply, which it needs to, It will have to wait for the manufacturers to increase that supply and deliver it to them. The government is not making this in the printing press of the North Block where the budget is printed. You know, these are some of the issues that you pick up against the Prime Minister of this country. So, Tehseen Poonawalla, I want to ask you. एक बात तो ये है कि you sometimes are unfair, sometimes, of course, you have the right to criticize, but sometimes you just go too far as the opposition. And number two, to a foreign dignitary going there, complaining, and then hearing from him that India has a democratic setup and a robust institutional framework to take care of a democracy. Does that really behove civil society and those with these agendas?
India has a democratic setup which is being eroded by the current union government, which is why we are not speaking against the current Prime Minister. We are speaking for democracy and the constitution which Baba Saheb Ambedkar and Jawaharlal Nehru gave us, which the RSS opposed and continue to wither down today. The Prime Minister knew the second wave was coming, but he was busy in West Bengal encouraging crowds to come. He's criminally responsible for people who died in the second wave. Therefore, he was on television crying about it, and he forgot to order vaccines in August and September. Therefore, we are criticizing him for it. One last point: we don't care what about the point that other countries are criticizing or not criticizing India. The fact is our judiciary is being weakened when Supreme Court judges are being given a Rajya Sabha and past precedents are being counted. What happened in the past was wrong, does not justify wrong happening today, and we see wrong is happening today.
You need a history lesson. You need a history lesson, but Shehzad, 30 seconds to you respond to Tehseen.
It was wrong.
Navika, now I hope you won't be unfair to the younger Poonawalla and apparently the more intelligent one. But Navika, the blinkered Mr. Blinken kept his eyes wide open and he saw through this champagne socialists and these Dolce Gabbana kind of activists, and he saw through them. Look, Navika, this person speaks about protecting Indian constitution and Indian values and fighting up for India. Here is Rahul Gandhi almost pleading and begging to United States, to Nicholas Burns, saying that United States, please come and intervene in my country. And this is because in Modi Virod, they don't mind doing Desh Virod. But the more important point, Navika, is that look at whom they are going to ask all these questions and certificates from. First of all, I thought that these journalists would go and ask America, कि आपने तालिबान के साथ अफगानिस्तान में क्या किया, आपने जॉर्ज फ्लॉयड मामले पे क्या किया. But these people are the ones who always prefer Videshi endorsement, even in their party or outside. They like Videshi endorsement. But America also told them.
I just want to say one thing. I just want to say one thing, to our viewers tonight. We are not perfect in India. Of course, every government machinery must be criticized, must be kept on their toes, and problems must be pointed out. And that is the right of every single citizen. But to take your problems to a foreign entity, to try and create an image of India that really gets a beating on a world stage, that is not insulting the government of the day. That is insulting our own country. And that is something that should be unacceptable to true Indians. That's all I have to say on this matter. Thank you very much for joining me.